Hey folks, this is Professor Bender here. We're playing a daily race today, and this is Enemizer. This is Boss Shuffle and Enemy Shuffle. We'll be joined by someone in the booth in just a second here. There we go. And say hello to Lemmy.
Hello.
Hello. So this is Enemizer, like I said. We have Professor Pixie, Hydro, Link to the Past Kin, and Leslie Pro 04 on the restream. And so Enemizer, as I said before, it is Boss Shuffle and Enemy Shuffle.
That will be fun at some moment. Hopefully the runners will handle it. If no, we will see a lot of death.
Sorry, just my thing just cut out for my feed just cut out for a second. So we shuffle all the enemies around, and we also have a full boss shuffle. So that means no matter we have any boss can show up at any point. There are some limitations based on boss rooms, but any boss combination that falls within those criteria will work.
So we have Chaos Shuffle. Okay, that will be fun.
Yeah, it's a fun mode. Yeah, and
I think most of the runners will want a sword at the first time. Because without a sword, the most bosses are not very funny.
And also, one of the things they might want to get as we get underway here is an invulnerability item, like a cape or a burna, because that way they can get, if there's a room with enemies that is kind of hard to deal with, they can just cape through it, and we will be on our merry way. Got a map check. I saw that there was a vanilla green pendant, and then there's a pendant on Hera, and a crystal on Desert.
Yeah. That's always not so good for the most one.
Yeah, you don't really have a lot to work with. You would need a book or mirror flutes myths to get over to deserts to clear that, and then you also need a boots and a fire source to even clear it. So,
but we got bombs, so a little bit more locations to check in Kakariko later.
Yeah, we also got blue mail. That's also really nice as well. Having blue mail on hand is good because we don't even know what we're going to be dealing with anyway. Like, we already saw that there was a Gibdo there, and if Ken would have taken a hit, like 2 hits on it, he would have been dead by there.
Oh, yeah.
Contemplating what to do next.
I think the most runners will check Arganem. What item is there? Looks like.
I think Ken is wanting to check the first chest of Front of Escape. This is something I don't normally think that doesn't comes up. We got a full magic refill from Leslie because of the ouch you jerk enemy thing.
And Arganem only have $300, so no necessary at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment we don't need to kill Aga 1. That won't come into play until if we have to kill it for Dark World access, if we have like a sword and lamp and that kind of stuff, or sword, lamp, either master sword or fighter sword cape.
Yeah, and we have our first fetch quest with a sword at the moment, so yeah, sword is always really nice in Enemizer.
Yeah. It's so early in the game too. It is a nice thing to have that early in the game, because that way you actually don't have to worry about bombs, and now we can actually properly clear out front of escape.
Yeah, and the chicken house is now not so difficult. Then without a sword.
Yeah.
Let us see what we have in Kakariko.
And of course, we always start with blind spot because that's the more dense of the bunch. After we got out of Hyrule Castle, or at least out of the Lost Woods. Not that's what I meant.
Lots of love we have in Kakariko. Looks like.
And we got money for bombs from the shop, but nothing really else out of this Blind's hut.
Yeah. It looks like Link want to searching for some bombs.
It doesn't hurt. We got bottle vendor money.
And the flute. Early flute is always very nice.
Yeah, convenient flute too, plus mirror. Plus Quake.
You can say the Kakariko is full loaded already.
Yeah, I mean that's two nice items to start off, or three nice possibly a third if that is required. Already getting the flute activations going here.
With the early flute, you always are more mobile to the whole game.
Yeah, fast travel is always nice. And we're actually about 2 pieces left before we can get into desert through the mirror and flute.
Yeah. Okay, the chicken house is not randomized today.
Thankfully. That room is usually a lot of trouble. And one thing you're gonna probably hear this. You won't hear this normally. You actually will hear the guard summon track, because they will automatically target you. Because those items, they also will target you, or at least I thought it did. I think it's the red guard, right? Not the green and blues, because the red guards will always target you.
Yeah, the blue ones too. The most time.
Yeah.
Only the green guard are thinking, is there something? Oh no, okay. See you.
Yeah, I think it's just the red guard that's like automatically charges you no matter what.
Yeah.
But if we got a little too close to the sun there and some of that, I believe it does the guard summon track. I'll have to see it once I have a free day. Ken has activated the flute. So it's the only one with a pallet shuffle today.
Uh-oh, that always no one want to see it. It's a cape.
Cape is, I mean, like I mentioned before with the cape, it's actually pretty nice for Enemizer because it is an invulnerability item.
Yeah, but then it looks like that we have probably to do Aga 1 if we got the lamp, and that's the most time not very funny.
That is true. It is in this case with this cape, it is a double-edged sword. There's a can of Samaria in the sunken treasure.
Also, my favorite item.
Everyone's favorite item. It's the glitch stick.
Yeah. And you don't need to care for Turtle Rock then anymore.
Yeah. Both. Not only it's the glitch stick for regular no glitches play, but it's also like that for if you dive deeper into like major glitches, then that is another thing that it can do. It opened the door for so many broken stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh dear, we have a massive sword now.
Are the thieves in this randomizer in Enemizer killable?
I believe I don't know. Oh, actually, I believe it's killable thieves. I haven't checked. It's been a while since I played Enemizer.
I think we will see it anytime.
So there actually is a bit of logic when it comes to the key guard enemies, like any enemies that have keys on them. If it's killable, then you can. If it will try to shuffle an enemy that has that can be killed with a key. So that was actually, even though the palette wasn't right, it actually is. Oh, it is killable with these. Well, you know.
Okay, nice one. Then the thief want to nerf you lots of more. Because sometimes Enemizers and thieves are not killable.
Yeah.
And then, yay! We lost items!
So what I was saying was, also nice bow.
Oh!
So even though it's that the paladin say so, that actually was a green Igor that we killed that get a small key. There's no way you can't use a red guard. You can't have a red guard or red Igor have a small key because you can't kill it with a sword. You have to use a bow for that, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's 2 Henoxes with droppable keys.
And red goo for us, so we can check anytime our ticket.
Yeah, and there's actually something kind of neat too that was actually introduced in this current patch, and I'm hoping to see it pop up. But if they check their map, they can actually see what the boss is. Yeah, this was actually something that was recently added in this version. They actually added in, I believe it was like 7 or 11 sprites that is just mini-map icons of the bosses themselves. And because it's Enemizer with boss shuffle enabled, also nice half magic from the sick kid.
Half magic is always nice.
And flippers.
Flippers.
Out of Pitted Hera, which it's not bad. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Hello, Aga 1, I think.
Yeah, Aga 1 is looking very, very nice right now.
Yeah. For the Dark Red Axis, I think it will be required at the moment.
Professor Pixie is going to get her Canis Samaria.
And our first boss. Okay, hi, see ya. We can't kill Colts there. Because no fire source for it.
No fire or bombos to kill it. So now if this now if Leslie knows that he can check his map in the dungeon, he'll actually know about that. High Ruler actually checked that blind.
Well, High Ruler just go now to Eastern Palace without a bow. That not very good for him.
I didn't see a map check. It was pretty brief though. I will also get shout out Leslie Pro's sprites. The bunny sprite in particular. Leslie Pro is currently playing as Jack Frost. That's actually Black Frost as the blue male sprite. But if you go into the dark world as a bunny, it's actually the Shin Megami Tensei monster sprite.
Yeah, it's always really, really funny. The bunny sprites from some characters.
Yeah, and just not to like really like I don't mean to like to put attention towards my sprite in particular, but I actually have 2 original characters in that sprite in particular. One is my main guy. This is the sprite that I made. That is my namesake, Professor Under Grizzleton. But the bunny sprite is actually a robot that he's named Dustin. He's like a little robot cleaning assistant thing.
What I will want to do? It looks like. Okay, you want first to check secret. Oh, he has no bombs. That's why you go to there.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, he knows he does have money, so he can actually he can buy that no matter what. I hope he doesn't get like seen by the guards, which is kind of a hard. Does not have a bottle, so can't really do. I can't even get the half magic. Professor Pix is the only one who has it.
Yeah.
Ken, meanwhile, did take a look, did some fake flippers. Took a look at the Hylia Islands, just 20 rupees. Nothing really to be concerned about, even though we actually do have logical access to flippers.
And Leslie will do the same. We like Hyrule also. Oh, hi, codes there. Buy her codes there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing you can really do about that, unfortunately.
And Link to the Pascan need to do fake flipping. They're out, cause he have no flippers already. Still.
Yeah, without the hello Moonpearl.
In Enemizer, fake flipping is not always very nice cause of that.
Yeah, it is not it is yeah. The one hit KO fail safe to prevent a hard lock in the original game. If you slap an Enemizer, that happens. Ooh.
Our firewall on that ledge is very nice.
So at the moment, that's actually at the moment, as long as the Bombos isn't anywhere in another Sphere 1 location, that is actually a double dip of Pendant Hera to clear that. Even though I believe I didn't keep checking the items. I believe we got both of them.
Yeah, but we don't need Hera for cleaning the seed because it's not all dungeons, right?
No, it is not all dungeons. It's just a regular 7/7.
Yeah. So we already have the 2 items from Hera, so we don't need to go there anymore.
Besides, we're probably already done with. We're probably just about done with a bunch of AD stuff for the past 2 weeks because of the league. I myself am a little tired of it. And Hyrule showing that even though he's got flippers, you can actually still touch the the altitude jerk enemy and just get the reward for it.
And we have Wallmaster in Hyrule Castle. That's always funny.
Yeah, Leslie better be on the move and doesn't want to get grabbed here. Leslie Pro will get that bow from out of front of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah. So what will be next? We get the Moon Pearl? Or do we need to do Aga 1 for the Moon Pearl? We will see it.
We did actually see the Moon Pearl, and that was actually on the Waterfall Ferry that High Ruler got. And there's a glove. That is lamp locked.
Yeah. We already have our Darkwood access if we do Aga 1, but the most one don't want to do it.
So Professor Vexy now heading into back of escape here, using those bombs to get those items.
Yeah. Perhaps we will get nice stuff. And Hyrule decided to do Eastern Palace or some items.
I didn't notice that we actually got a lamp as well. I didn't even. I remember. Yeah, the lamp we saw. Right. That was
the lamp was on Hera Big Chest.
Oh yeah, the Hera Big Chest. Right. Because both High Ruler and Leslie Pro both went up the mountain rather than Ken and Pixie going this route. And Ken will actually get that information now. So yeah, flippers and the lamp was both items. So
yeah.
So even if we don't care about killing Colster unless Ped is required as well.
Yeah. What do you think? Do we get some Trinex here today?
Trinex would be interesting. There's a couple places that Trinex can't show up, and that is Mothula and both Moldarms, if I'm remembering this right.
Yeah. No, a Moldorm that can't be Trinex.
Yeah, so there's a good outside of those three possibilities, outside of those three exceptions, there's a lot of possibilities where Trinex can show up.
Yeah. So on most other plays, on this Moldorm plays, there can't be Trinex, but on others, we can get it.
Yeah. So I think honestly, I think we have probably got all of our checks done. So I'd probably just go to kill Aga.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that we hadn't seen yet was actually Sora. That's the only thing that we haven't seen yet. And
yeah, but only Leslie have now the rupees for him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
It's 300. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
but the most time he have done nothing.
High Ruler will get the glove here, and this was actually in logic for High Ruler because of the lamp that they got from Tower of Hera.
Yeah. And looks like Leslie want to do the boss.
Yeah. Just let's check the boss and see what it is, if it's clearable.
Yeah, because I think we have one item left.
I didn't really keep count of the items, but I'm gonna take you up to a few more and say that there was both. We got 2 items left. And yeah, because High Ruler did not have the bow going into this, and will get it soon.
And I think Hyrule will prepare to do Aga 1.
Yeah, and I think the reason why it's a good reason why both players left out the green pendant, and that's because they did not get the bow, and at least I think Pixie didn't have the lamp going in, and probably wasn't comfortable with the fact that it's Enemizer and that back room can be a living nightmare to deal with. Well, High Ruler did not have the bow, so we'll get it here.
It
may come back for it.
In Enemizer, I think there's always no require to have the bow for Eastern Palace, if I'm right.
Yeah, because there is actually no reason to have the bow, because if there is no thing. Oh, speak of Trinex.
Hi Trinex.
Hi Trinex. Bye Trinex. Yeah, because the Hyrule Castle, because the bow isn't necessarily needed because of Enemizer. They got rid of all the red. They got rid of all the red Igors. That's what it's called. You don't necessarily have to go in there. So curious decision for Pixie to not go in there.
Yeah, but it was a good placement for this because we see Trinex is not killable yet.
Yeah, and that's actually I would say a smart call from Pixie's end, because she won't know it's Trinex until she wants to go for the green pendant.
Yeah.
Leslie Pro opting to go into do Dark Cross. Now this was I do believe Pixie
the map, I think. Right?
I think it is I think we saw the map. I don't remember.
I think we don't saw the map yet, but perhaps I'm wrong.
If it was the case, if it's an item in here, then we probably saw there was something that was in the front.
No. Okay, $20.
So yeah, it was in the front.
Yeah.
The map was in Sanctuary, according to Maddie Weckhardt, our tracker.
Okay, thanks. But $20 is not very good for now.
No, we're still pretty famine for rupees here.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why Professor Pixie is going to farm up the 60 rupee farm.
But I think our guy will do the best one that he can controlling us.
So there's her rupees from Professor Pixie's side. Saving and quitting, interesting. I don't know if she wants to wants to just go from the side, or yeah, she's just going from the top. Just going from the top. The flute is faster compared to just saving and quitting going from the top.
That's right.
If I had to make a guess, Pixie probably didn't realize she still had the flute, and that it would be quicker to flute that way instead of just wasting a bit of time. I don't know.
But that is always a problem, because I'm to do it too. If I get the flute very early, then you can forget it. Forget it.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's also a perfectly reasonable one. And High Ruler will be the first one to go ahead and show us the Castle Tower. Because at this point, as long as we don't see a hammer on Zora, then we have to kill Naga 1.
Or does the second glove.
Or a second glove too, yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, we're killing Naga 1 then.
Yay! Yeah. Let Zora do what he can do. Always. No one needed.
Professor Pixie will actually get rewarded even if she got scammed out of 500 rupees. Will have a fire rod. But at this point, she has to go. She will have to go and kill Naga 1.
Yeah.
Oh, did she not? Oh, so I'm curious where she's going with this. Maybe. Oh, is she going up the mountain?
It looks like, yeah. But you have the flute.
That might kind of lead back into what you were saying before, that you may have that Pixie may have forgotten the flute.
Of course, I think it could be that she has the shuffle on it, so she doesn't see the flute there. Because flute and shuffle is on the same place.
Yeah, that might also be a good reason as well. Pixie may have, since the shovel came before the flute, she may have not activated it.
Yeah.
Although no, we heard the flute activation song. We heard it.
Flute activation, we get it on Pixie's side. But looks like she forgot it. Ah, no, she has it.
She does have it. Oh, I guess what the reason behind it was that she probably didn't get Old Man along the way. Probably for the flute portal. But even then, I still think fluting is still faster than going through Sank and then just going all the way through the normal way. So, interesting writing decision It's something I don't think is the right call, but something that we'll want to ask in an interview. But anyway, High Ruler is on top of Aga Tower. You can guess a number between 0 and 15 for how many blue balls Aga's going to fire, and if you get it, cool, good on you. I'm going to say 3 because it's the average. There's 1. 2.
I say 6 blue balls today.
Oh, this is not 15.
Well, Aga 1 is very nice today. It looks like, okay, never mind.
Well, we had 2 blue balls to start off. That's already 3.
Yeah,
4.
okay, 4.
5.
5.
Oh, God. This sucks.
Yeah. But the best is all runner will get the same blue balls.
And the good thing is that because of the pattern, it's always going to be the first attack will always be a red ball no matter what.
Yeah. And 6.
And 6. Oh my god! If you actually got this right. Oh.
7. Okay. $5.
But this is still proof that this fight is pretty rude. 7 to finish this off there.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 4 or 5 cycle. I wasn't keeping track of the cycles there. And it looks like the trackers actually did get the crystals as well. The other knowledge here. Ice and Turtle Rock are the 5/6s, and Swan Palace is the regular pendant. So we have a hover seed, unfortunately. I mean, if you know how to hover, then that's good. You don't have to worry about getting this hook shot if Swamp doesn't have anything in the back. High Ruler heading over to Catfish.
Yeah.
I will say one thing about Castle Tower Enemizer. Depending on how bad depending on how good or bad the enemy placements are, it can actually be either a lot more easier or a lot harder, depending on what you get.
And our catfish only have one bottle for us.
Yeah, we got another bottle from that, which has a bee in it. I don't know if it's. I couldn't tell if it's the bee, the good bee or not.
Yeah, it was a bee in the bottle.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's a good bee or not. I think there's a palette difference based if it's a good bee, if it's just freestanding and not in your inventory.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I'll have to. I may investigate that sometime.
I always can see it in the menu.
Right. Yeah. That's what I tend to do anyway. Just I check to see if it's a good bee or not.
Yeah. And I would want to do the next palace.
Yep, we're going into pod here.
Yeah. With Kiki, you always want to grab money.
Can afford at least a couple of hits, but it looks like High Roller gets to without any issues. What's going to be, although Leslie won't be able to get into pod because he only has 105. And we are both locked out of pod. Or it would be bow locked if it was an Enemizer. Smirking a little bit at that mini helmet bullying whole High Roller just has to use another bomb for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it actually is because since it's Enemizer, we don't see those mimics.
Yeah.
We see one mimic, but we don't have the red mimic that requires a bow.
Yeah.
Oh, you love to see him. You love to hate. You love to hate it.
There's the hammer.
Oh,
French vanilla hammer. Yeah.
Oh boy. What I was gonna say, you love to hate to see it. It's those rollers, but the high ruler is not gonna be deterred in getting that hammer, despite that roller being there. And this is one nasty room. This is definitely a good use for the cape here.
Yeah. That you don't want to see it.
Have you ever had French vanilla creamer on your coffee? French vanilla creamer is just it's good.
But perhaps we can do now our first crystal. But only perhaps.
Hopefully, yeah. At least we can kill every boss save for Argus
and Argus, yeah.
Yeah, Triax and Argus.
But perhaps we will get one of the two items to kill them then. Because we have some checks here in pot still.
Yeah, Professor Pixie gets that hammer while she's frantically trying to avoid that roller.
Oh dear. I think today we don't want to see the clipping to the big chest because of the Wallmaster and the firebar.
Yeah, there's no way we're hammering upping this.
Yeah.
And even then, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but the big key is probably in the back. So even if you wanted to hammer you up, you can't because like it only costs you time. Yeah, there it is.
There's the big key.
Yeah, something I actually learned that even if you hammer you up if you don't want to hammer you up if the big key is in the back, it only loses you time. If you get it in the front, then you actually have good reason to hammer you up because you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to like gamble that the big key is in Dark Maze or something, or if you could risk losing time.
That's right.
Oh, got jumps by the crow.
Yeah, that's not very funny. The snipe.
And that crow does murder-dactyl damage too.
Yeah, double damage, right? Because we are the Dark World. So 2 hearts. There were no way. No, 1 heart for now because of the blue hair. 1.5.
Yeah, I think it's double damage. I actually have to look at the enemy itself to see how much damage it takes.
If you don't have, then this is 3 hearts. If you have blue mail, then it's 2 hearts. And if you have red mail, then it's 1 heart. Yeah, so.
Gotcha. So it's kind of like those biter things in the overworld.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, it actually is double damage here compared to Light World.
But the good thing, it's only the crouch from the Light World. So one, you get him and he will go away.
Oh,
and the boots.
Yeah, we got boots from the big shots. So if you really wanted to hammer jump, I don't see why you want to do that in the first place, given that bridge.
Yeah.
If you somehow manage to hammer jump that, you get rewarded big.
Yeah.
But even then, it still loses you time because you're hammering jumping with the big key in the back. So that's why it's also like either if you really wanted to do that, go ahead. Just good luck.
Yeah.
And even then, you probably like are losing time to that. Anyway, High Roller to the back of Pod. Still surprised to not see the maps show up because like the map screen show up because you can actually look at the dungeon and see if what the you can look at the dungeon map and see what your boss is.
We will see in a couple of seconds which boss we have to do, but which boss we have now today. Is it killable for us or not?
Yeah, there's a good chance it is killable because like I said, like we mentioned before, the only unkillable ones is Tronix and Argus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually something I'm surprised that no one has known about. I saw it in the changelog and was like, oh, this is gonna be perfect for the Enemizer week with co-op from the league.
And we have today. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's some chocolate Armos Knights. Just chocolate.
Yeah. That will be easy one. Only the quick kill won't be work. And Hyrule has his first crystal.
Yay! First crystal.
Yeah.
And it actually did strike first blood amongst the other restreamed runners here, at just about just before the 45-minute mark.
Yeah. That sucks sometimes.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
So not so early, like today.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? It's just the fact that the fact that it's ag required. It does add a bit more time. It adds a bit of time to your when you get your first crystal. That and when you tack on Enemizer, and the fact that it's only 2 and both clearable dungeons, like possibly clearable dungeons, end up being bosses you can't clear at that current time, at least. Yeah, it feels kind of bad that it's pretty late, but kind of late to the first crystal. But what are you gonna do? Hype cave.
Yeah. Will be the hype cave or today not? At the moment, don't looks like. Oh, the book. Okay.
That actually does open up another dungeon. That is desert clearable.
Yeah. And cause we get the boots, it will killable too.
Yeah,
If we don't have Finex.
Depending on if we don't have Tronix or Argus.
Yeah. It looks like Hyrule want to do the Dark Kakariko now.
But first, we're gonna have to go to and check a key 45 here just to see what it is. Just a single rupee. And Professor Pixie, meanwhile, is heading to another clearable crystal dungeon, and that is Skull Woods.
Yeah. I like to see our helicopter today. So give us a helicopter, please.
Helicopter is always a fun one to see.
Yeah.
Once it happens, it's just like, yay, helicopter! His tail is completely useless. You just keep hammering him away. You don't have to worry about the rest of. You don't have to worry about the tail part.
Only the fire source will suck sometimes.
Yeah.
So do we see our helicopter today?
If we get helicopter, I'm gonna be over the moon. because I'd be elated to see that. It's been a good while since we've seen Enemizer being played, and that will change once week 7 rolls around in the league, obviously. But yeah, this will be it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see it again. We have a lot of chances to see Helicopter come up here. Oh, that's a nasty room. Top level for Wallmaster. Ugh. Ken is doing a Houlihan just to get 225 rupees. Oh, and the Moldorm ball is one thing too, because Moldorm's AI glitches out on the floor, on the moving floor.
Yeah, and Leslie got his first crystal too, and did his quick kill.
Yeah, getting the quick kill is a little bit tough with this arena because you have the top of the room covered in spikes, and it's not all that fun. Oh, it's blind. This actually is kind of an annoying fight. Let's be honest. Like, this is a really annoying fight because you have to contend with the moving floor, and then you have to deal with the let's just call it the Toho fight, the Toho part of the fight, where you have a bunch of bullets or fireballs just shooting at you everywhere from the two available heads.
But with the cape, it's a little bit easier. You can see. And that was a nice kill. And our second crystal. Yay!
Second crystal is pretty nice. Yep, we got our second crystal. Pixie lead the charge. Ken, I guess the reason why Ken opted to do a Houlihan here is because it doesn't have money's been pretty short in this Slay World, so it's going to have to. So as a compromise, Ken's going to have to do Houlihan to get over there to begin with. Is get access to Pod, which is good because that will lead him to the hammer.
Yeah, and his boots.
Yeah, and the boots too, which is going to help for Desert.
Yeah.
High Roller playing it safe, using that cape. And with the half magic that he has, this actually is not a big deal. Like this is, as long as he hits his shots, then it hits everything, and he's good.
Yeah. And fortunately, everyone have its half magic already, so it will be for everyone, I think, the easy fight.
Yeah, it's an easy fight, I would say, and that's that will be High Roller's second crystal. Leslie is going to go into Thieves Town. The one thing about Thieves Town that's actually really nice is that you don't necessarily have to go to the back. You just go
only for the items.
Yeah, only for the items. That's it. So in a way, if you could just finish this dungeon right away, if it is clearable, and if it's not, then well, you can always go for the items and see if you can kill it if you can get the items to kill it. So that's always a nice thing about Thieves Town. It just assumes that you had already died in the fight, and you don't have to just like bring the maiden over to the light and summon blind or something, because we already saw blind. And if there is a blind in Thieves Town, it will just assume that it will just act as if you already died in on the boss, and then it will be on that random pattern. Or is the random pattern to those who can't just get a follow-up setup. I think there's no such thing as a follow-up setup, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh, most of them. Yeah. The easy one boss to kill.
So it just looks like Moth and Blind just swapped homes.
Yeah. And without the spikes, most of them is an easy boss.
Yeah, Mafia Mafia without the spikes is what makes it hard. My view about the spikes, it's just a freebie crystal. Kid making good use of that cape to get the hammer.
Now we will see the rest of the dungeon, all the items.
Yeah, and I think this is something you could that is actually not a bad idea after you go ahead and after you finish up the boss. You go back in and grab your items so that you can really full clear everything. And the good thing is that you just stop at the big chest, which is always nice. You kind of you basically kind of treat this as if it was Skull Woods.
Yeah, but it's a good case. We have already the mirror, so we can go out very quickly.
Yeah, and you don't have to keep track of. Oh, hello, hookshot.
Okay, there's a hookshot. So
Yeah.
pot was really necessary to do first.
Yeah, that was Hyrule were picking that one up, and that was off of Bonk Rocks.
Yeah. So we only need our ice rod and perhaps some medallions. And the second glove.
Yeah. So that now means we can kill Argus, and that means we can kill every boss except for Trinex. It's a common, aka the common theme with Enemizer boss shuffles in general. We can kill every boss except for Trinex, because Ice Rod is kind of like Ice Rod and Enemizer is pretty much like Ice Rod in a regular non-boss shuffle, non-Enemizer enemy shuffle seed. It's an Ice Rod hunt.
And so we're gonna do our ice rod hunt again. Yay!
In the event that we have to kill Trinex, yes.
Yeah.
There is a possibility that we may need to kill Trinex for the cream pendant, and if that has anything, but I wouldn't hold my breath if it does.
No, I think
it doesn't.
But perhaps we have 2 chances for Trinex in GT.
Trinex in GT is rude. Like, if you're finishing the game, oh wait, remember me? Yeah, you needed the ice rod.
Yeah, that's always not funny. But there is a possibility.
It's especially disgusting if it's ice Trinex.
Yeah, ice Trinex always not funny.
Yeah, it's such a difficult fight. It's such a difficult fight. It's basically as if the ice had already used its ability to just freeze the floor everywhere. It becomes pretty much impossible to hit him. It is possible to kill the heads, yes, but it is not fun to deal with them.
No. But the good thing of Trinex is only on his room he can do his ice floor. In the others there will no ice floor.
Mm-hmm.
Won't Leslie do his dip into this dungeon? It looks like.
It's gonna get the book out of Hive Cave.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I wouldn't go into Swamp personally.
Yeah. Not because it's always not funny yet.
Yeah, not because of its. I mean, partially it's because it's a pendant. Second of all, it's also because there's no hook shot, and hookless pendant swamp is one of those decisions that you have to take it as a gamble, and if there isn't anything, then you're losing time. So
Yeah.
but it looks like Leslie's gonna do it. Or okay, never mind. Just
No.
never mind. Bombos tablet.
Yeah.
Leading into it's gonna lead off into desert by extension.
Yeah. This combination is always good stuff.
And it makes sense that Leslie doesn't want to go in there because it's that risk of if there isn't anything here, then not only am I missing out on items, but I'm also already wasted a lot of time. So it's just that commitment you got to make if you think this is the right call.
Yeah. But now it's for Leslie's the right call to do it. And perhaps you will get nice stuff. There are 2 items, so perhaps there will be something. And if not, we have the third crystal for him.
Yeah, if it is clearable for Leslie, that is. Because High Ruler is the only one with the hook shots.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's an Argus and Leslie will have to double dip the dungeon to find the hook shot, which thankfully it's not too far away. And it looks like Pixie also wants to do this.
Yeah. Oh, Silvers.
That's always nice to see.
Yeah.
High Roller clears out the free crystal, the free dungeon clear boss, aka Mofula, gets the 3rd crystal.
Yeah.
And if Pixie does, if this is a clearable boss for if this is a clearable boss in the desert, this will give Pixie her 4th crystal.
Yeah.
And that was Red Meal from Leslie Pro's side of the big chest. Now turns into King Frost, which is actually not which contrary to what the sprite says, is actually a lot larger in the King Frost is, but not this sprite. Just the coloring is the same. Ooh, Leslie's showing some game knowledge. There's actually fairies behind that room.
Yeah. If there are no the eye he shoot you, then it's easy to do it.
Pixie forgot the big key is on the right. The big key still needs to get the big key. I get it. Muscle memory.
Yeah. Sometimes if you see, oh, I get a key, then it can be the big key. It's okay.
Muscle memory is a fickle thing.
It's a good thing Pixie won't lose then the silvers, and we get it for now.
Yeah, for Pixie, that will give her the red meal. So we're more likely gonna see everyone at red meal at this point. Okay, what boss does Leslie Pro pull?
Not Climax, because Oh, hi. Yeah, easy boss too.
And yep, this is the second easy boss, so this will give Pixie the fourth crystal. Curiously, High Ruler does not go into Desert Palace.
And I will go to the mountain to do the stuff there.
East Mountain, I think, is actually not a bad idea, personally.
Yeah.
But that actually does leave High Ruler out on a crystal. Pixie will for now take the crystal lead with only 3 more to go.
That's a good thing in Randomizer. It can change very quickly.
Yeah, Enemizer is one of those things where it can get very volatile really quickly. Especially with Enemizer, it's like you have to react really quickly. A death en route to like finishing the game can be a major setback. Because you're experiencing the rooms, the new enemy placements for the first time, so you have to just react accordingly.
Yeah.
Now, I think if High Ruler, I think if for High Ruler's case, it might be that if he does enter Go mode, then my best guess is, we may not see the blue mail or the silvers from High Ruler. But actually, I think we'll see the silvers from High Ruler because the big key was vanilla, but not the blue mail.
That can be possible, yeah.
High Ruler making some decisions here. Opting to go. Spike?
Yes, looks like that. We just did the spike check.
Spike or Hera? Well, no, not Hera, because we already have both items, right?
There's no item.
Right. We bought both items in there anyway, so I think it's it's has to be Spike at this point.
And I think there won't be an item on the pad.
High Ruler did take an overall death while trying to climb up there. Not a big deal. It's over on the mountain anyway, so we can try again.
Yeah, but it can be possible that we have a item on pad.
Yeah, we can read it. And if that's the case, then we have to kill. Then we gotta find that ice rod.
Or the gloves. It's possible too.
Yeah, and I think it's just ice rod to get the pet item. Because we have a Trinex on the Eastern. We can already kill Cold Stare, and we already have a hook shot, so that covers both Argus and the back of Swamp.
Yeah.
And I think I saw Pixie did read the books of that, which that should be marked on the tracker.
Here we go. What is in Spy Cave? Nothing. Only a little bit love.
I think you get a swamp here. Oh, High Roller is going to go ahead and do desert. Okay, fair enough. At least we will see that clear. and we'll have both red mail and silvers for not only just High Ruler but everyone else.
At the moment, it's the best dungeon you can do.
Yeah,
No one want to do dip in Swamp, but perhaps we will see Ice Palace in a few seconds.
we'll have to get mitts for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Pet is die.
Yeah. It's a reverse pad. It's a shield.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like that we have something Swamp Palace then.
Yeah, it has to be swamp. And you don't necessarily you don't have to kill the I don't as long as the boss doesn't have the item, you don't have to kill it.
Yeah.
But with 6 items in swamp, that you might have to kill the boss anyway. It's not like Hera where we got both items on the before we got to see Cold Stare.
Hopefully the runners don't get the worst case that they find the Ice Ward in Swamp Palace and need to do Eastern Palace for the green crystal, green pendant.
Yeah,
that will be rude.
And if that leads into something that is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It could Mitts is one such case.
Yeah.
Because we're still looking for Mitts for at least the possibility Quake having both being required for both dungeons. But it's also still the possibility that we still have to kill Trinex for Ice Rod, and then requires an Ice Rod.
Yeah.
So there's that. I guess since we're just about just an hour and 10 minutes in, I will say that these 4 are doing the best they can to get through this, and they're doing a pretty good job on it. And it would be nice if you gave them a follow. They're doing a lot of stuff here, and I believe High Ruler may have actually saw what the map, the thing about the map. Because High Ruler just pulled on the map not too long ago. He knows there's Moldarms here, so he may have actually discovered it.
There's a Force Crystal for High Ruler 2 in a few minutes. But he needs to care about his life a little bit. But I think he has a very white. And white. Leslie looks like he wants to do Spy Cave 2. Oh, never mind. Just want to go to the Ether tablet, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it has the Ether tablet, even though there's nothing for Leslie.
No.
Might as well just, but of course Leslie won't know that, but until now. But
No, I think he will go to the Spy Cave now.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
To the right side mountain. Okay.
Mountain. I mean, yeah, I think personally for Leslie, you're better off just going for East Step Mountain first, then you go into and then you go to Spike Cave, because that just is it's better routing, better, more dense stuff compared to just the one that you get from Spike.
Yeah, in cause of Aga 1 we have killed. So yeah, it's really better.
Yeah, and you're already in the Dark World suits and you have your mirror, so you will spawn on the pyramid.
Yeah, and Hyrule and Pixie go now to Swamp. The only spot where could the last items be. It's really no fun if you need to do nearly all dungeons.
Yeah, this is. I mean, at this point, there's nothing else to really. There's nothing else to check. You have to go into Bandit Swamp.
Yeah.
Ken gets the knowledge of the reverse pedestal. So a couple of plenty of dungeons for Ken to clear, and that will be the one of them too. And that will, of course, be Skull Woods. Won't know that until he gets to it, but it's actually, as long as this fight, as long as it doesn't, is not too bad of it. As long as he plays it pretty safe, he should be able to clear it. He does have a red potion, so he could pop that.
Now we will see what we get from Swan Palace.
Yeah, this has to be like, this has to have something.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't care if it's just Ice Rod for Green Pen that leads into Myths or whatever. I don't care about that. It has to have something. Just 10 bombs. That is, I guess, something that's not absolutely required. It's just a bomb refill.
Yeah. Nice to have, but not necessary.
Although if you're playing standard robotic, oh, there you go, Myths.
Yeah, the gloves.
So, at this point, this is Schrodinger's go.
Yeah, at this point, we can say in German, the Schrödinger go mode.
Yeah, it is Schrodinger's. So either we still have to finish. We still look for a medallion. If either one or none of the medallions required for Iron Turtle Rock is Quake.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we still don't know if are required to face a Trinex.
Yes.
Either on ice or in the desert.
Yeah.
But at least on the bright side, if Trinex does not show up either on the climb or if it's locked behind the big key, then we don't have to worry about the ice rod because we know that because the Moldarm 2 room can't hold Trinex.
Yeah. If we have them, do we have Chaos Enemizer today?
It's full.
Ah, okay. So it could be second Twilex.
Yeah, it's possible. We do see Helmassar that is on Swan Palace.
Yeah, an easy fight.
And this is something interesting that Pixie is actually opting to continue to look for items, even though she has like the bare minimum of items that she needs to clear the game in Schrodinger's. Not a bad idea, considering that there is the chance of Trinex either en route to finishing your dungeons, or if Quake is not required for both dungeons.
Could be possible that we get a Twilex again. Oh, this room sucks.
Yeah, this room is this is a prime cape room. This is a prime cape room.
Yeah.
So we actually are seeing from Professor Jesse what medallion is required. It is Bombo, so we're still looking for an item.
Yeah, it's always not nice if you don't have the ice spot.
Not just that, we don't even have Bombos to get into Meyer to begin with, so we are hoping to see if it's underneath the doorstep. And that would actually help. That actually will get Pixie out of that kerfuffle. There's Tempered Sword.
With the tempered sword, the most bosses are really easy now.
Yeah, and that's actually good. That's actually good news for High Ruler, because that would good news for High Ruler, because that way you can at least the Ganon fight will not be won't be so not ridiculously annoying.
Yeah.
But it's like slightly annoying, like a slight annoyance from Master Star and Silver's Ganon. But don't worry about that now, because we have a King Caboodle.
It looks like I will want to check all the items in Ice Palace.
I don't hold it against him for looking for all items. Leslie Probe is going to Left Side Swamp. This is something that High Ruler, and as far as I'm aware of, I didn't say what Pixie's Swamp. This is our first look into Left Side Swamp.
Yeah. Perhaps there could be something, but without the hookshot, it's so meh.
The thing is, I mean, despite that, I don't think this is a problem, because like this we already got the minutes. Yes, but we would still, if Leslie Pro doesn't know how to hover, he will need that hook shot. And it's along the way. It's like on a boots jack. It's really like literally right next to you.
Yeah, but the hookshot is not necessary if you can do what we call it. If you can hovering.
Yeah, if you hover. I mean, we saw Dante do it in the league earlier today.
He'd like you to do it.
I really actually stopping to see what that the boss is. I believe it's not a oh, ouch. Got sniped by a Beamos. No, there isn't. There was Helmasaur, but they didn't. But it only had a piece of heart. It didn't have anything.
Looks like we need for Mizumaya our Bombos medallion. So yeah.
Yeah, and
searching is really a good thing. Maybe Ice Palace was the last item.
And I think this is actually a good way to make sure that High Ruler gets everything out of here. Like if it does hold up, if it does give us something that from out of here, then and if it's Bombos, he does have one barricade cleared out for him. Leslie
has I would already the knowledge for this? I don't think so, because it wasn't in the Mizumaya area.
No. Pixie's the only one who knows it. Or Pixie and Leslie know about it, but not High Ruler and Ken.
Yeah.
Ken still has to get a lot of items for one thing.
A little bit trouble for the icebreaker.
Yeah, this is what got High Ruler that tempered sword because he did Icebreaker. Pixie actually opted to go for the Ice Palace bomb jump instead of the Icebreaker. That does cost Pixie a bit of time. Actually, a lot of time actually, because Icebreaker saves like a good 10 to 20 seconds, I believe.
Yeah.
It is without a doubt one of the most important glitches to learn in the game. Ridiculously easy as well. I mean, but not. Although it's slight annoyance because I believe it's sub-pixel dependent. Because you'll get the diagonal, but you'll just slide against the wall, and you won't get clipped into it.
Yeah. If you can do it, it's not really difficult. Only you need to know how to do it. Oh, that War Master sucks again.
So Leslie is in Turtle Rock, and that can only mean, and that's something that's confirmed for the trackers. Quake was required, so we actually have another dungeon. We actually have another potential dungeon to clear. Also, hi, Cold Stare. What are you doing in your normal spot?
Well, of course you like it very icy.
I guess to be fair, High Ruler did see it on his map because he did actually check the map before dropping in. I believe because since he saw that discovered in oh, that's not the right medallion.
Yeah. Don't want it.
High Ruler doesn't know that, but we know that's not the right medallion. But anyway, since he noticed that in when he was going through Thieves Town, it's like, oh, that's something. I get to know what the boss is before I go into the boss room itself. I might as well use that here, and this is actually a very good application of that very trick right now, of that very feature right now. And as High Ruler enters Mire, he's gonna get the harsh reality that we can't clear this dungeon.
Oh,
he just looks at it and I'm like, oh no, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. Yeah, where is our bombos? It looks like it's only the spot where you could bombos is yeah, Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock, Dark Death Mountain, Smith Chain.
Yeah.
I believe that's King's Tomb.
No, King's Tomb. There's nothing.
King's Tomb. Oh yeah, we got it from Mirror. Never mind.
So hopefully the last item or bombos is really required is in Turtle Rock, then it will be a easy spot to get it.
And more showcasing of that Shin Megami Tensei battle, that Shin Megami Tensei monster sprite, general monster sprite, just that little dude in the HUD. I gotta play Persona 4 again. I have it, but I don't. I know it's a Shin Megami Tensei game too.
With Enemizer, the mouse rooms are really easy to kill.
And here's a change that is made for Enemizer for Mimic Cave because there's no guarantee that we're going to see mimics. The room has changed that the remaining blocks, there's like a few blocks left that's taken out, so that you can kill the guys that's behind the pegs or the rocks, the blocks rather. Get a powder. Ugh,
Yeah. The
God.
next fetch quest. Yay!
Another fetch quest. This feels awful.
Yeah. The game likes the fetch quest today.
Yeah, we got one fetch quest, and that was for the cave. That's been putting a lot of, and that cave's been being put a lot into use quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's burnout. That's the other invincibility, other invulnerability item.
Yeah. It's safe. A little more magic.
But it is not. But it is not on Dark Death Mountain. This Bombos medallion. So we're just gonna see if we're gonna see if now if Turtle Rock has it.
Yeah. Or the eye bridge.
That's pretty rude.
Is it Redma rank? No one want to see it.
I mean, it hasn't used this in Splash Legends, but that's pretty much it. And that's also, it has a longer throw compared to the other ones. Okay, so not in Laser Bridge.
No.
Now the one question remains: Can Leslie finish this? Can Leslie finish the dungeon?
Yeah. There's no item left in Turtle Rock. Only the map. And do we steal Trinex or Argus? Oh, hey Argus.
Argus. And
Oh no.
And Leslie does not have the hook shot.
That's bad for him.
So it has to be the Smith chain.
Yeah.
And if it's not the Smith chain, then I don't know what else is left. I mean, for one thing, we do have the powder, so that's
Yeah, this powder spot could be too.
If the mushroom shows up, that also is pretty rude.
Yeah. Okay, today our seed is not very friendly to us.
No, especially for like these runners who are still trying to get getting their feet wet. Some of them are either like or that, or maybe there's some people that are still kind of still in the game, and they're still trying to hopefully get a bit faster than normal. So, but still trying to like doing their best out of the way. Kind of like me, honestly.
Yeah.
But here we go. We have Smith Chain now open.
Yeah. Well, the Sonic sprite for the bunny is a Mario. Very nice.
Yeah, it's just a Super Mario World Mario. Leslie showing off the little thing that happens if you hit the if you hit the Smith with your home hammer. Gives us a little special dialogue box. Seeing now the magic bat.
And we have nothing.
Just a piece of hearts. So it either is this. It has to be the purple chest, and if it's not the purple chest and doesn't show up of a Bombos or whatever, if it doesn't show up with Bombos or whatever, then I don't know what's left. But that does confirm one thing about the seed, though. Hookshot is 100% required. It is not a hover seed.
No.
We're seeing hammer picks from Leslie Pro. I don't think we saw this.
No. But nothing.
Yep, just rupees.
Okay, then it must be the purple chest for the last item.
Yeah, and if it's not that, I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's not a mushroom or whatever.
The ice what?
Yeah, that seemed like a misfluke there. There's High Ruler's Burna and Pixie's powder. It is not here. Then...
Okay. What we forget?
Ooh. That's actually a good question. What did we miss? It's not pen, obviously, because we know it's just a shield
Pet?
on there.
It is only the shield here. And vanilla ice what? It's not too.
It's not, and it's ice rod, and which was ice rod locked. Ice rod cave was checked, and that didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Is Hyrule thinking that this was actually its ice rod? And if because if it is, then he's going to have a bit of a problem because he doesn't have his he could have checked his map and found that it's Argus.
Yeah. But he can perhaps save his portal there.
Well, if he does mirror again, he will have his portal moved.
Yeah.
If there actually is an item on Argus and we thought there wasn't anything there, then that would have been.
It's only the map there.
Yeah, if it is, so if it is the map, then yeah. I want to make sure that you were on top of it because it's kind of hard to tell with Forerunners, just seeing what they have just picked up.
Okay, where's our last item?
For one thing, it's not. For one thing, it ain't Bombos.
I really don't know now. Eastern Palace is Ice Rod locked?
Green Planet is Ice Rod locked because of Trinex being on there.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a mushroom.
No. We don't have the mushroom yet.
Yeah, there's Professor Pixie's map. Actually, I just noticed something. Pyramid Fairy.
Oh, yeah.
We have both Ice Palace and Turtle Rock cleared.
Yeah.
That can only mean
That
there's a.
That
can
must
only mean
be one item.
Yeah, it has to be Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the chat members pointed it out as well, since
It's really no fun.
yeah, and that's not fun at all. Professor Pixie's route does end over here in Spike Cave, which is good because she will be close to that. She will be close to the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright, Pixie's gonna go ahead and mirror. I don't know if she's just gonna head over to 4. Okay, and she seen the purple, seen the. Okay, so this is gonna be so this is
This is Miss Shane.
Smith chain, but that will at least bring her over to. That will actually swing her over to the bomb shop, because that has to be that is her only thing left to go.
Yeah. And Hyrule will now check our server and will see there's nothing.
Yeah, this is very late for High Ruler. He's trying to find every possible location, and
life lesson.
that actually might give High Ruler the hint that that there is a clearable dungeon over to on Turtle Rock, and that's actually, I believe that's the case.
Yeah.
No, looting away. Also, I want to welcome on in the ALTTP League 2 with a party of 8. We're watching what has been a pretty grueling Link to the Past Randomizer daily race. We are playing Enemizer. We have shuffled enemies and full boss shuffle. We are currently on the hunt for a Bombos medallion and possibly an ice rod if it is not on there.
Yeah. There's no fun today in this randomizer.
Yeah, our only thing that we have, the only possibility is Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
And Pixie is looking to be the only one who might be able to get over there. Hyrule had gotten out of Turtle Rock, which has Argus as a clearable as the boss on there, which that is our key to get into Pyramid Fairy.
And after the purple chest, she will go there, I think.
She is gonna flute over there. Now, if she knows that this is our only thing left to go, she will head into the Dark World again to go over and get that big bomb and take it over to the pyramid to get whatever is on there, whether it be a mushroom, the ice rod that means the green pendant might have something, or bombos, or our bombos, which will still mean that we may be still looking for a possible Argus or Trinix up on the climb, or in Ice Armos. But it unfortunately, it kind of looks like that Pixie is opting not to check this, looking to check the pedestal first.
Yeah, she's a little bit lost, it looks like.
She will know about the pedestal, which is a shield, and then after that point, I think she has to head over to the big bomb to turn it in. Because there's nothing else left for her. She's contemplating.
What a seed. Okay, now I think she got it. Yeah.
She saw it, and she's like, okay, there's Pyramid Fairy. That's the only thing left to go.
Yeah.
And Hyrule are showing off the new feature that's actually really nice for Enemizer, and especially boss shuffles, is that you can pull down your map and you know what the boss is. This is something that was added into the most recent version of version 31. A much needed change. It makes boss shuffles a lot less blind.
Okay.
Pixie
wow.
going to Catfish.
Wow.
That's. I mean, she has the right idea. Like we're going to 4, but this is not where you. This is not the way. This isn't the way to go.
Yeah.
She will get. She will get nothing from out of here. And this is something that we saw from like early on in the game too, from High Ruler. We get Pixie will get a bottle from this.
Yeah,
that's
was
it.
a good team.
Now she has to. Now she must have. Now she might have pieced this together. There's nothing else left for her. She has to go here.
Yeah, only the pyramid is
to 5. Does she? She's going back into Eastern. She's gonna know about Trinex, right? Because she never went back to Eastern. Oh, it's these decisions. Like so, it's kind of the hard thing about routing is that these decisions when you're in this situation where you're figuring out what is this last piece of progression, and you're getting randomed so hard that you have these skips that you make, these decisions that you make to skip out on stuff. It starts to come back to haunt you later in the game when you're in that desperation state.
Oh wow!
And I think High Ruler now finally gets it.
Yeah. And who will be the first one to get the last items?
If I had to reason a guess, it has to be Pixie. She will know. She will know about the Trinex, and she'll probably be thinking, "What now?" And then because she can't finish up Trinex without, Ice Rod, she's probably starting to look at that Pyramid Fairy play and go, "This has to be it."
Yeah.
And I believe Leslie is still on the hunt for that hook shot, which, by the way, it's on a bootstrap. It's on Bonk Rocks. It's something you could just save quit a sync and get it. But Leslie has not gone back there. I hope he has not forgotten about it. He's looking at his tracker. He's thinking, what is left? I just hope he does not have not forgotten about it or had mismarked it as he already cleared it. Because mismarks can and does it does happen from time to time. It is not fun. Leslie's just looking at his menu, trying to figure out what is left.
Yeah, and Pixie goes now to the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, this has to be. She has to. There's nothing else left.
No.
She knows this. She's done more stuff than High Ruler has done, but mostly due in part because High Ruler actually had left out the Turtle Rock because I would assume he had thought it was going to be a Trinex. I mean that's why it's there. Like the thing is there to begin with, to prevent that worry from happening.
Yeah.
It may have just not occurred to High Ruler to not check the map at that time, and has shown that has checked the map before, so he does know that that feature does exist. But it must have been the case where he had not done that for Turtle Rock and is now paying the price for it.
And we will pay if we get now the next fetch quest.
So here it is. Pyramid Fairy has to have it.
And the
Bombos.
bombos.
So now we
could be our go mode.
It could be the go mode if and only if Ice Rod is not required for the climb.
Yeah. But Invisible Maya, that could be Twinex too. So perhaps we get Invisible Maya our Ice Rod.
That's also the thing too. If Meyer's boss is Trinex, then that is a problem. And Pixie does not know about and Pixie has not opened up her map in any of the dungeons that she's gone into.
Well, if Mizumaya is Twinex, then in Mizumaya there must be the Ice Rod.
Yes, that's the only thing that has to be left. There's nothing else left for in this game that cannot have Ice Rod.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what we see here. We've pretty much last located everything in this game.
Yeah. So we have nearly today all dungeon randomizer ways.
I wouldn't really say all dungeons, quote unquote. We've been to every dungeon and cleared every one of them, so it's not really all dungeons, quote unquote. To answer a question in chat, as far as Leslie Pro is concerned, is that hook shot, which is arguably it's not in a bad spot. It's just bunk runs, but Leslie has not been there at all. And there's actually one of our trackers is pointing out too. Since it's only just Meyer, if Meyer doesn't have it, then it's GT. Then it's GT that he can have it. If the Ice Rod, I mean.
Yeah.
And High Ruler is now going to head into that bomb shop and going to go and we'll get that bombos. And as soon as High Ruler goes and gets that, he will probably be feeling really bad for blinking, for just mirroring out of Turtle Rock and not checking the map.
Yeah. And High Ruler looks like forget that he can use a shortcut to
Yeah,
the pyramid.
I guess to be fair, we're about an hour and 51 in, and he's probably this seed has not relented in the slightest bit as far as the devious locations are concerned. The collection rate is going to be pretty high amongst these runners.
Yeah, I think it would be nearly 200, right?
Roughly around there, I would say. But I think if I imagine the reason why he didn't take the shortcut is because he's probably feeling like the fatigue and the sheer just feeling like horrible that they had to go back into Turtle Rock, only to realize it was only a clearable dungeon all the time. And currently, Leslie Pro is just looking to see what he had missed. He's looking, and this is one of the things that just kind of feels bad about Leslie Pro's situation. He is very, very close to that hook shot. All he has to do is go up and into the right, and you get into the hook shot.
Looks like he don't track it.
If it feels like he mismarked it, that or he may have forgot about it. It feels telling that it may have been a mismark.
Yeah.
And those mismarks are very tough to track down, because you don't realize it until you're backed up against backed up against the wall and wondering where is this piece of progression that I'm missing.
Guess looks like Leslie have idea.
Yeah, I think he's going up and to the right.
Yeah.
He's good. There he is.
There we go.
He's got it. And there's the hook shot. He feels awful. He is very upset that he had forgotten about this check for as long as he did. Those slashes of complete frustration and bonking up against that chest is very justified.
Yeah, I can feel it.
And I totally understand. I totally understand it.
Yeah,
Mismarking, like, if you either had A, forgotten about the checks, or B, had mismarked bonk rocks when you were doing King's Tomb, that could just feel horrible. And like that, if that ever happens in like a tournament setting, that right there is forfeit worthy.
Yeah, that's really no fun then. Because now Leslie needs to do the full dungeon again.
Yeah, and that
And
will
Patch Walk is not a really nice dungeon to do it.
And I'd imagine he would feel even worse considering the Bombos is going to come up on Pyramid Fairy. And he won't realize it until now. Pixie has pulled Lamolus.
Yeah.
Which is actually not bad. Either you do spins or you shoot arrows at it. The only problem is that this is on the Mire arena, so you'll have like half the screen to run around to not get hurt.
Yeah. And here we go. So now we can guess where is our big key in GT. There are 22 spots. So here we go.
Yep, 22 possible locations, 21 chests, and a single torch. If you guessed it, cool, good on you.
My favorite number is always the 12. And yours?
It's been a hot minute since I played the game. I'm like, hey, play this game, cool. If you get it, cool, good on you. I'm gonna be put on the spot here. I'm gonna say 7.
Okay. You will see who's right.
Yeah. More importantly, too, we're also seeing if there's an ice rod out there, and we saw that it wasn't in Mire, so it has to be in GT.
Yeah.
If the ice rod is in GT, and we have to face it, cool. That's actually pretty nice, honestly, and that's saying a lot because the siege has been, honestly, for these runners, quite a pain in the neck to deal with.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't need the ice rod. It's a second boss room there.
Yeah, and at least with the benefit of this is that if there is a Trinix anywhere, like in either the Ice Armos room or the Lamo 2 room, there's only just like a handful of checks that it could be. And it's surely not going to be on the tower.
That's right.
Or behind Ice Armos. So there's the spots where the ice rod can be are very limited.
And here we go.
Trinix can be on the climb, and yes. Lambo 2 in particular.
Yes. Now in Lomas 2, there could be a Trinix.
Yeah, that's the only thing that could be. It's the only spot where it could be on the climb. It can't be on Voldarm 2.
Yeah.
So 1 is bombs, 2 is another set of bombs. We're forced to go left. No key means we're not going to be going to the right side unless you want to just gamble Tyler in for some reason. 3 is a small key.
And Bob is whipped today. Or Bob Fairy, anti-fairy.
Yeah, you'll see Bob. You'll see Bob more You won't see Bob in this case, but there's spots where Bobs can be. So 4 is small key. 5 is a compass. 6 is 10 arrows. 7 is big key. I won.
Yay! GG.
Hey, I won. All right, we're gonna climb now. Now, this is our only. Now, this climb will get stopped short if there is if Trinex is on here.
Yeah.
But at least for Pixie, there isn't really not much left to do in this game. So all that's left is GT.
Yeah. If there is a Trinex, then she will know. Okay, I need to check randomizer room to do it, and perhaps the big key location.
Yeah, one of the more annoying things about this, well, in the regular game, it's just two enemies to clear, and this is it's because the beamos are also shuffled as well. It's 4, and this room is not fun.
Nope.
Big spikes, a chain shop in the middle. That's all. Actually, that's all it really is.
And we get our 2 hours mark.
Yeah, we have reached the 2-hour mark on what has been quite a tumultuous seed for these 4 runners.
Yeah.
Every one of these runners have had to deal with some form of some form of pain in one way or another. For Pixie, was that she had a lot more checks. She had plenty of checks left to go in the tank, and it wasn't until she had saw that Trinex was on Eastern Palace to realize that, oh right, I guess we have to go ahead and do we're gonna have to go ahead and do Pyramid Fairy now to get the bombos, which I suppose is gonna pull right now. And in particular, I guess gonna look quite good. For Leslie, as I'm going to focus on him right now, had what we assume was mismarked the bombos, or mismarked
Trinex.
And yep, I heard a molder moving around, and that means that we do not have to deal with Trinex this entire scene. It's ice-worldless.
Yeah.
And that's really good for Pixie, because at this point, there's nothing else left. Trinex can't be on Moldern 2. So, alright, to focus back on Leslie. Leslie had what we thought was mismarked the bonk rocks, which had the hook shots on hand. We could make inferences to that by the fact that he was rechecking things that he had already checked from Kakariko. And then High Roller in particular had decided, it was kind of understandable on his part, left Turtle Rock, thinking that Trinex would be on there, and only to realize that it was only for him to come back with the realization that perhaps Trinex wasn't on there, and it wasn't. We saw from earlier that Professor Pixie had pulled Argus, and Ken has been trying to get through the seed, and as best as he can. Probably more behind from the others, yeah, but at least still attempting to go through this seed as much as he can. all the way up to the bitter end. And now we are finally going to see the conclusion to the seed once and for all. Our final dungeon, our final boss that we have to clear is
with the silvers. Is really easy to play.
Yeah,
without silvers, then it will be a little bit funny.
It would have been funnier if it was silverless, but given the fact that the silvers were in since the silvers were in Desert Palace, along with the red mail, this actually is not a horrible situation. Yeah. So Biddy is more just more of an afterthought because of the silvers. But for Pixie, she will be able to just finally put this seed to rest. She is now on Aga 2.
Hey, Aga.
I will kind of say one thing too. I will take credit for this because I did rule this nonsense.
And there, Aga 2 dying. And we're gonna go to the last boss. With tempered sword and silvers, it would be a really easy fight to do.
I don't know what's going on with this, but I think the race time, like the entirety of race time, is also fed up with this, with my shenanigans and this seed in particular, because race time's down. Not kidding, I can't pull up the race room.
Really? I can do. All right. It's okay.
Can you? Is it just me?
Perhaps sometimes race time is a little bit buggy. I know it. And here we go to the third phase of Ganon.
Oh, I could pull up my phone, but apparently not on my main setup. I don't know why that's the case. And Ken will get the bombos, and he won't know this until later. But that is his go mode.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and see phase 4. There's no torch glitch, not a big deal.
Yeah, with tempered sword and silvers.
Yeah, this isn't a problem. We don't care. Yeah, we don't care about that at all. Almost a triple for Pixie.
And here we go.
And finally, after 2 hours, Pixie has put this seed to bed. GG's in the chat, and I have the official race time for you. I will say that as long as he crosses the 1x3, she crosses the 1x3 bridge. Yeah. I can confirm that Professor Pixie has finished first on a resume with an official race time of 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 5 seconds, and that is good enough for 4th place overall amongst 9 runners.
Yeah.
Oh man. First place finisher was Shire with a 1:43.31. Koi second place with 20 seconds after the fact. And Furious Magic third place with a time of 1:47.41. And there's already been 2 forfeits.
Yeah, I can understand the 2 forfeits because that seed sucks really too hard today.
I'll take the blame for this because I rolled this. No, I rolled this. This has been a very tumultuous seed for pretty much everyone involved.
Okay, so you are the one who rolled it.
Yep, that is me.
Okay, I think you don't gonna roll seeds, right?
Depends if I'm from around, of course. We'll see if we can get Pixie in for an interview. I do see her in our setup room. We'll try and get her in as soon as possible.
I have the talent to roll bad seeds too.
Oh,
And here is Professor Pixie. GG,
For
and
you.
congratulations on sticking out on arguably my worst seed that I rolled.
I so thought this was gonna be, if not bad, because I checked that. I thought it was gonna be Green Pendant, which I could have done much earlier than I tried, and then I saw Try Next and left.
Yeah. Did you ever? Here's something actually I wanted to point out. You could actually pull up your menu, like you pull up your map in the dungeon. You actually get to see what the dungeon is, what the boss is. So you don't actually have to just go physically up there. You can just look at it and like, okay, that's this boss. If it's not, if I can't clear it, get out.
This is the first time I've done Enemizer with that update.
Yeah, that's fair. And I totally understand it too. I will also say. Before I continue, I will say that High Ruler has finished second with an official race time. If I can get it.
Wow.
2:09:29. That's good for fifth overall.
Wow. I'm good.
Yeah, this was quite the roughest seed in the this wasn't fun in the slightest bit.
And the funny thing is just like I had muscle memory in Thieves Town hit and complete brain fart in desert. Why did I check? Why did I try and open the big chest when I had only just gotten the small key? That's hilarious.
Yeah, I made a lot of horrible routing decisions.
Oh, hello, High Ruler?
Hello.
And GG for you too.
Yeah, GG. Yeah, I forgot to. I was thinking I needed Ice Rod for Turtle Rock, so I completely left and then had to go back. So, I mean, I may have still needed Ice Rod for Trinex, but there weren't any, so in GT.
No, as soon as I saw that Moldorm in Landmola 2, it was like, nothing stands in my path at this point. There can't be a Trinex in my way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ugh. And then it had to be the one Vitreous that we never saw.
Yeah, and GG anyway, Ken, for the seat.
Yeah.
Terrible seed.
Terrible. Yeah.
Professor Randomizer is you need to say to him. He wanted, not me.
No, GG's anyway for sticking out as long as you did.
Yeah, I had a death in Ice Palace. Ice Palace. Oh my gosh, can't talk.
Ice Castle. Well, same difference.
Those mitts were so late.
Yeah.
What was Mitts?
Mitts was horrible. So.
What was it? Something.
Swan Palace.
I have the feeling that something required was in every pendant, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to remember too. I know at least, Mitts obviously was in Swamp. I think something was in Eastern. Oh, right.
The glove. The other glove. The first glove was in Eastern.
Yeah.
The key chest.
Both Mitts were independent dungeon, separate dungeons. And then let's see. The other one was What was the other pendant dungeon? Darn it, I'm trying to blank.
Swan Palace, and Eastern Palace was the pendant dungeon
Hera.
where are the gloves.
Hera.
Hera was the third one.
And Hera was the
Hera
third
had
one.
flippers.
Hera had
Yeah.
flippers. Yeah,
Loot.
flip lamp,
No,
but
lamp and flippers.
hard required. Yeah.
I'd required flippers to get those meds.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Yeah, basically that's, well, I mean, technically
That-
to get the Ice Palace, you technically are supposed to have the flippers, so that was for logic as well.
For logic, the flippers were necessary, and technically
But-
logic said the lamp was necessary, but I don't think most people will do dark rooms in Enemizer.
No, that's not
I did-
fun.
One, because I didn't mind doing the old man cave, and it turned out that was relatively harmless, so.
Well, you
Okay,
needed the
keep-
flippers to get the mitts that were in Swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I
Yeah.
meant was if that wasn't the case, then flippers wouldn't technically be required, but they would be required for logic.
Wow, that collection rate.
So how many Trinexes were there?
I only saw one.
Yeah, only one was it in Eastern Palace.
If
What
there
was
was
green?
another-
Anybody check it?
Perhaps it could be on the first spot of GT.
Can it be
The
an
ice
ice
room could
thermos?
be Twinex, but we will never see it.
I cleared ice. It wasn't there.
Ah, okay.
So only one Trinix.
Yeah.
I almost got caught by a wall master dropping down in ice.
Oh, that I've been hit with that before in Skull. That is not fun.
Well, I died trying to save my potion until the next room. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, I'll potion up as soon as I step into the next room. I got laser beamed by the BMOS in the previous room and died.
I'm back.
So that the room where the wallmaster was.
I use my cape so much in everywhere.
Yeah, I started using it.
Yes,
my
the safety is really nice.
house. Yeah.
Oh man.
I find it funny that the 4 people not restreamed finished before the restream people.
Well,
Oh no, I
two.
figured with Koi and Shire, they're both really good runners. I figured they would finish before us.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
and there was
Yeah,
two
that-
forfeits. There was two forfeits before you. Anyway, I have
would've
to. I apologize for that complete nonsense as well. Just saying.
For what? Oh, for
this seed in particular.
because
Oh dude, this
Well, honestly-
this seed was actually fun.
it wasn't bad, and the enemies, like the Enemizer itself, like there were only a couple rooms that were like a little bit of trouble, and so I just made it way worse by routing horribly, and dying in Ice Palace in a really dumb way, and then forgetting that the boss was shuffled for Turtle Rock. I could have had like at least 15 minutes faster, at least.
I will
I
give you credit.
routed really badly because it was like, and I didn't even realize that. Like I said, first Enemizer after the update, so didn't even know I could look at the map to find out the boss in the first place.
So actually, I want to ask you something, Howard. Did you actually realize? Did you like when you're in Thieves Town, you realize? Oh wait, that's a thing. Was that actually what you thought? Did you actually realize that in that moment, or did you just like forget about it until like at that point and just hadn't got good use for it yet?
Oh no, I knew about the if you find compass you can check the boss. I forgot. I was on autopilot. I've been playing so many normal seeds and I haven't done an Enemizer in a while that I kept doing autopilot stuff like I was playing a normal open seed.
You actually don't need the compass for that because you actually as soon as you step into the dungeon, you already have it. It's only for key sanity modes. If you have the compass for it, and if it's a boss shuffle, then that's the only time you're able to use it. As far as at least from what I know.
You mean to see which bosses in each dungeon?
Yeah, I don't personally. I actually haven't really checked that to confirm whether that's the case. I might just load up the seed and myself and confirm or deny if you actually absolutely need the compass, or if it's just solely for key sanity modes. I'm more inclined to say it's the latter, but I don't know.
I think you do, because I actually tried to see a boss, and I forget which
Let me
dungeon it was. I was in one of the dungeons, and I was trying to see which boss it was, and I didn't have the compass yet, and so it wasn't showing me.
Okay, I'll have to. That will actually. That I might. I'll test that on a later day and see if that's the case.
I can take a quick look at one of them.
Yeah.
Wait.
At some point during my stream, I know that I checked, and I couldn't see the boss because I didn't have compass. It was a dungeon where the compass was on the boss, actually. I just can't remember which one it was.
Okay. Then that makes sense. That makes sense. Although I think it would have been nice just to give you that knowledge just without the compass. I feel like it makes more. It makes more.
Ken's asking about the compass thing.
Yeah, I didn't know the compass told you what boss.
Yeah,
That's since the latest update.
it's one of the more recent updates that if you have a compass in your hands and it doesn't show you the little skull icon.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I took advantage of that, except for, again, in Turtle Rock, I autopiloted and was like, oh, I don't have Ice Rod, I need to leave. And then when I was in Swamp trying to search for Ice Rod, I was like, it dawned on me, I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, what did I do? By that point, I had to go all the way back through Turtle Rock, so yeah, I lost a lot of time.
Yeah, I was mostly worried about the Ice Rod if I had seen a, Oh, yeah. That's definitely there. Okay.
I feel like I didn't play bad, though. I mean, other than my Death and Ice Palace, I played pretty well. It's just my routing that definitely could have been improved.
My routing wasn't that great either.
Where was the last sword?
I only found Tempered.
I found Tempered too.
I only found Tempered.
Did
Which ones did you find?
Or on Eastern Palace, right? I
I
think.
forfeited after I was in Mire, so I didn't do Mire or GT.
I'm guessing it's probably deep in GT.
Yeah, that would be my guess, too. Because I searched almost everywhere else. I'm trying to think if there's anything I didn't get. I got
It's like it's either like Big Chest of Mire or somewhere buried in GT.
But you check.
Oh, you didn't
most
finish.
of the map.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm looking at the seed now, and you do need the compass for it to show the boss icon.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I was glad when I did Swamp and the boss had an item, which means the compass in the map was left side.
Oh, that was the best swamp I've ever had.
I left Swamp and then went back later, which is so silly, and I ended up completing it because I'm like, well, I might need Ice Rod, so, might as well. But when I saw people finishing, I was pretty sure. I'm like, yeah, no, I probably don't need it, and I just wasted a ton of time. So...
I did not like Pod with Hammer and Pod.
Oof. That's usually an oof.
You did what with the hammer?
Pod had a hammer, so it's Aga required.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Leslie
Yeah, you
just
did.
do a triple.
To get a hammer in Eastern. Or Pod. Whatever dungeon that is.
Yeah, Hammer was in Pod.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. And Leslie just finished his race with official time of 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 11 seconds. GG.
GG to Leslie. Oh, and to all of you, just wow.
With a triple shot on Ganon.
For what? I'm sorry.
With the triple shot of Ganon. That was nice with Silvers.
Oh,
I almost got that, and that was like a second too late for that. Oh.
And GG now for to Leslie for the seat. That horrible, right?
Yay, Leslie.
GG's, everyone. I 1000% did that to myself. I got the boots, and I went everywhere but Bonk Rocks, and that had my progression.
oh no, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I hard last location hook shot as a result of that. So, yeah. But beyond that, that play into pod was a pure happy little accident that was both the blessing and the curse of my run. The blessing is that the hammer was French vanilla. The curse, I grabbed those boots and just took off. And that's, I guess, all the stuff I had. I just blanked Bonk Rocks.
So it wasn't a mismark.
No, it wasn't it was a mental mismark. It was a complete total brain fart on my end.
That makes sense. So because we were under the impression that you had mismarked we were under the impression you mismarked Bonk Rocks because you did King's Tomb. I remember that. But
yeah,
you just never went to Bonk Rocks. And so I was thinking, oh, maybe Leslie had gone, just maybe marked both Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb off, and never went back to never realized that he never did Bonk Rocks.
Yeah, typically. So if I get in a situation where I blank a check like that, I'll start going back, wandering. Like, I even went into Tile Room for Hera, which was a case, okay, somebody definitely missed something. Well, actually, full disclosure, that was also a bathroom break. But that also helps to just reset at times, and I realized, okay, let's just go to Kakariko, start wandering, and then sure enough, it hit me that I didn't do Bonk Rocks, and I kicked myself right in the rear end for it.
Yeah,
I forget. Where were the boots again?
Pod.
That was Pod's big chest.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the big chest, which there as well. I forgot about that.
It was
go back through to get those.
Because I remember thinking at one point during the seed, it's like, okay, the other day I was like, you find the boots, you do your boots checks. And what do? I forget to do the boots checks.
That'll do it.
Yep, that's what bit me right in the rear this time. But hey, if anything, I could have easily quit on this. But what would have led me to do that is if there was a Trinex on the climb up, because I never found Ice Rod. It was either in Ganon's Tower or the back of Swamp.
Wasn't back of Swamp.
Back of Swamp wasn't anything. It had to have been GT.
Yeah, I finished Swamp. There was nothing there.
Yeah, so
either that or it was the big chest of mire. I never checked
that was a small.
Yeah, so even if you went to Full Clear Swamp, you probably if you went to Full Clear Swamp, you would have known that GT. If there was a Trinex on the climb, which really means it shows just one spot, because Moldorm 2 can't be on Trinex can't be on Moldorm 2's arena. The only thing it's just stopping you is just going. You just got a mirror and just look through GT, like just through the bottom of GT. That's all it really is.
It's good to know that Trinex can't be up there, because that would have been. That arena was a disgusting arena for Vitreous.
Well,
I had silver arrows for that fight too, and yet, yet Vitreous, that was disgusting, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at least you have silver, so if silvers weren't in desert, and that would have been a pretty annoying fight to deal with.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. Oh, by the way, speaking of desert, for those of you who play Zelda 1 and or Z1R, shoutouts to Desert Palace having the level 9 loadout, of the red mail and silver arrows.
Nice. All right, we're gonna stop this. We're gonna wind down here. So, really quick final thoughts, just so that we can just put this thing to rest. I want to get some sleep. I gotta study.
Sure. Yeah.
Dude, that was a seed. That's good to get back into Enemizer before later weeks.
Yep, week 7.
Ugh.
Personally, I thought that was one of the nicer Enemizer seeds I've played, so I don't think it was too bad. There were a few rooms, like I said, but overall, I didn't think it was too bad. I just made it harder because of my routing.
Yeah, my own routing also did me in. In terms of Enemizers, that wasn't really bad. I got to really showcase some skills that really help an Enemizer. And if you want a comparison to this, Zelda 1 Rando's Consternation without the HP shuffle. Because you have to use similar combat skills.
I don't really know about Z1 Hearts, so I can't really
Just take my word for it, because I did commentary for the weekly last night, and it was a Consternation flag set, so yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll take your word for it. Alright.
Alright. Yeah, I actually have to go too, so...
But yeah, I gotta get going. GG's to all of you. I gotta get some sleep.
Yeah,
I gotta
GG.
study. I gotta sleep and study. I gotta study after this, and I'm gonna fall asleep. So I'm gonna make this schedule. I'm gonna go through the schedule really quick. So tomorrow on Smash Day, final Smash Day, we have a ton of ALTTPR leagues season 4 available to watch. We have Pokemon. We have some Pokemon in there as well. With Pokemon Red any percent. And the Cinco Bingo Pokemon Crystal randomizer as well. So you want to follow Speed Gaming 2 through 6, and if you want to watch the league, there is also ALTTPR League, the ALTTPR League, and the ALTTPR League 2. Follow the multi-league channels, of course. Follow the runners, comms, trackers, all that stuff. I don't want to go through all this. I want to just get to sleep soon. So. I'll let you take this away, and yeah, have a good one.
Yeah. And bye for me too. See ya next time.
See ya.
Good night, everybody.